welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing a Marvel Reaction 2021 video. Basically the same as the Disney 2021 video. Make sure you check that out. We've got 10 projects this year that I think Emily's watched all of them, and Grace, I think, but some of them Ellie hasn't watched, and neither have I. But we'll be talking through each one of them and saying our opinions, and we'll have a Q&A session after this. So we've got WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, Black Widow, What If, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Eternals, Hawkeye and Spider-Man No Way Home. So let's start off with WandaVision.
This was the first Marvel TV show that we ever had, and it was actually really good. And it was like, it's been such a long time since we actually had any Marvel projects because of COVID and everything. So it was a really good start as well. Yeah, I remember watching it like early in the morning, and I was like, to go to now, I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant, because you got 2 episodes, and those 2 episodes are just so good. And then I watched that same 2 episodes like 3 times that same day, like twice, like again in the afternoon, and then again with Ali. So I mean, it just shows how good it was. Yeah, every single episode was really good. I just have to say, the ending of it, I just wasn't such a big fan. I thought it felt really rushed and stuff. So I think it should have been maybe an additional 2 episodes or something. But it was really funny, and it was just nice seeing the development of Wanda and Vision, because I don't really know much about them. I don't really like Wanda, and it's not like I didn't like it. It's just because I didn't get enough of her. Sort of like that. Ellie, stop staring at me like that.
I was just gonna say, look at her face.
But yeah, I'm going to like Wanda more. So yeah, I think WandaVision was a really good start.
Yeah. What I like about this TV show is that each episode is based in like different kind of style from other shows during the decades, and I thought that was a genius idea, because I love the style of it. I love how they actually do it. If you've seen behind the scenes, it shows it. It does the right techniques. It's amazing. The storyline I thought was great. Since I watched Wanda from the beginning in Marvel, I just felt bad for her, because she's always portrayed as a bad person, where she's not. She's just misunderstood, really. And I think we get to explore more of her, like Emily said. And I love how we get to see her with the twins, because they're like my favorite characters. They're linked to the Marvel comics, which I think we're going to see more of them soon. But hopefully, Agatha is probably one of my favorite villains in Marvel, because she is funny, she's great, and she has my favorite Marvel villain song of all time, because everybody will hear of it. But other than that, yeah, and I just really enjoyed the show. It was got good plot twists, and yeah, I love it. I definitely recommend it.
I loved it. Wanda's always been one of my favorite characters, so seeing her have her own show, and like loads of people finally seeing her for how good she is, was really good. Some of those people being Emily, but we won't mention that. But she's finally getting the hype that she deserves, and I love how they like went across it. We went from having like hardly anything to them starting off an amazing year with an amazing TV series, and how they approached it, how all the characters developed, how much hype it got. It was so worth it. It was worth the wait. Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking? You know how in the Disney 2021 reaction, Grace did Cruella de Vil? Grace, you know what? Which one are you doing this one, man?
Okay, viewers, if you give us 20 likes, Emily will sing It's Been Agatha All Along.
No, I never said that.
She has to do
I've never said that.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you all down with me.
How is that all? That's just me. Grace, you remember?
Yeah, well, Emily, you deserve it.
So. Emily, that's just a one-time thing.
Emily, you deserve it.
You mentioned it, Emily.
I just thought, you mentioned the song, and I was like, Disney 2021 reaction. You got to have like a match, something similar,
Then why didn't you volunteer?
So I don't sing.
With that will be perfect then. So we could get to hear you sing and judge you for it.
Okay, I think we should move on.
I thought WandaVision was really good. Basically, I wasn't gonna watch it initially, but Emily and Grace were like, "What, do you watch it?" I was like, "Okay, fine." And then I watched it. I really liked it. And then I remember waiting for that last episode, like waiting for that one. I actually watched it in the morning. I was like, "Oh, okay, let's." I see the hype. Initially, I didn't really understand what was going on because it was just going like that, and then at the end I kind of understood what's going on, and yeah, I really like it. I recommend that. So next up is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I have to say I was never a big fan of Captain America and all of the characters. It's starting to become like a similar theme here.
I'm seeing a theme here, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just always found Captain America a bit boring. But anyway, that's not about this. I have to say the show started off a little boring, but it actually got better. And yeah, the ending was really good. It was just really good. I think it just took a bit of time to like really set up the story and for it to find its pace. The only thing I didn't really like about it is the fact that the Falcon was just named Captain America. I thought like he should have been given a different name, like something like Falcon America or the American Falcon or Captain Falcon or something, you know?
There we
Like
go.
it just
went
seemed
like such bad ones, and then you're like Captain Falcon. I was like, okay, I like that one. We'll go with that one.
I just feel like it just felt weird. It just like out of the whole thing, he just didn't want to become Captain America. And at the end he did become Captain America. But I was like, you become him, but just change your name. Give yourself a new identity. You don't need to follow like, that's my only thing about it.
Compared to like WandaVision, we learned that through about how he talks about like relationships, how to deal with your grief and all that, because we saw Wanda dealing with grief. In this one, it takes a more serious approach towards politics and about position and power. And like Emily, it did sort of a bit dullish, but I do like how we get to see more views from Sam's perspective and from Bucky's as well. I like the ending, the final fight. What I didn't like is about like Zemo. His last appearance was in episode 5. I thought he was gonna make a big final scene in episode 6. But it's still a good show. I still like it. I still like Sam finally like taking the role of being Captain America, because I think he's gonna inspire more people, especially now we have like Black Panther inspiring like young Black people to become like hero, and Sam's gonna take the same position as well. I think that's great, but I do kind of agree with Emily. I think he should take like an identity for his own, not like from someone else. Like we talked recently about like Jane shouldn't take the new Thor name. She should just be herself, something like that. But I do like that Sam is taking on a much bigger role, because he was always a sidekick, and now he's going to become like the front man. Like he's going to be the main captain. I still think it's good.
I feel like a lot of the side characters are getting their highlights now. Yeah, TV series was good. Again, with the others, I didn't like that he had the name Captain America put upon him. The whole thing is about him not being Captain America and like finding himself, and then all of a sudden he's given Captain America's name. And I feel like it's gonna get confusing in the future. Like we've already had our Captain America. Like leave him be, let Sam become his own person, you know. Captain Falcon, that's what we want, you know. This is not needed, but other than that, it was an amazing show.
All right, yeah, so next one is Loki.
Yeah, I've always liked Loki. I've always liked the Thor stories, and it's good that Loki got his own little show. And I have to say, it started off good. I really enjoyed the first couple of episodes, but after it I don't know, I just got bored. I just wasn't paying attention to it as much. I don't know. And the main issue I have is the kiss between Sylvie and Loki. Like, what were they thinking? Like, how is anybody okay with this? It's just plain wrong. It's weird. He's just kissing himself, it's just weird. Like, even Tess is like, what is going on?
Yeah,
like,
what is going on?
It's weird. Yeah, apart from that, it was okay.
Yeah, I was really hyped for this TV show because I love Loki. He's one of my favorite villains or characters of all time. And the first two were really great. Middle part was okay. The fifth one, where we get to see all the Lokis, like different versions, were absolutely brilliant. And the last bit was again okay. Like again, the kiss. It just, to me, it just looked like he was kissing his own sibling or something. I don't know. It just felt weird. But it it was quite good in its own way. I would say it's a bit better than the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I wouldn't say it's brilliant in a way. I just felt like there was something missing. Since it only had like 6 episodes again, I felt like it should have a bit more because I felt it was all a bit rushed. But other than that, it was good in its own way.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. I feel like you're right. There was quite a bit missing. Maybe where it ended is where it should have like met its middle, if you know what I mean. Like we got like kind of a build up, but it wasn't like our usual big Marvel build up that we usually get, like some big reveal and everything. So I feel like it was missing something. But I liked that we got to see more of Loki and saw his development and what happened. And it started off something else as well. So we'll definitely see that development elsewhere. And all the characters were pretty cool as well. So
yeah, fun fact, because we're getting a season 2, like all those episodes were meant to be part of season 1, but because of pandemic, they had to split in 2. So I think the ending was meant to be the middle part of season 1, but then like COVID, they had to split in half and just have to wait till next year, I think.
Well,
Wait,
my
coming next
theory
year?
works then.
I don't think it's coming next year. I think it's coming the year after, probably. I don't know. We don't really know.
Right, next up
Moving
is
on.
Black Widow.
Yeah, this was something I didn't really find the point of what it was, but I have to say it was a good story. It would be really good to get to see Black Widow's, Natasha's, and Yelena's backstory and how sad it was. Like, oh, it was horrible. But I think the mistake they made was that this should have come out earlier on because it just bared no meaning. I feel like that was why it did so bad. Because everybody was like, what is the point of this? Because Black Widow's dead. This should have come out like before Endgame. So it sort of made the movie pointless. But even saying that, the movie was really good. But I feel like a lot more people would have watched it if it had just come out earlier.
Yeah, I agree. I wish it should have came out earlier. But I still love the film. Black Widow is one of my favorite characters. And I just love her. And her backstory is tragic and all that. But at least we get to see a solo movie of her finally, because I don't feel like she's been appreciated enough like throughout the Marvel universe. And I like the relationship between her and her sister. I like how they talk more of a background that links to her and the Red Room, because we only hear about the Red Room from like Age of Ultron, but now we get to see it fully and what they actually do. It's quite terrifying, but it's also at the same time it gets us intrigued, and I think it's great to see more Black Widow fighting and how it leads up to her character. And it's sad that we don't see her anymore, but I wish there wasn't more films of her if she was still alive. But I just loved it. I really love the film. I think it's great.
It was an amazing film, definitely, but it was brought about the wrong time and also in the wrong way. Like, it wasn't like all the usual Marvel films are hyped up and everything. It felt like they were just bringing it out for the sake of bringing it out. Like they just wanted it there, so they were like, okay, let's just get this over and done with, kind of thing. And then they kept postponing it and put it out on Disney Plus as well. So it was a bit hectic how they approached showing it to everyone, but the initial film and everything of it was amazing and really good. And just the character developments and the characters we have now because of it is really good as well. I'm very happy with it.
Next up is What If?
Yeah, I think this has to be one of my favorites. It was just really good, and I actually just can't wait for season 2 whenever it comes out. All of the episodes are just really different, and they were just taking on different adventures. I mean, there was just so many different episodes, so many different stories, and I don't even have to pick a favorite. There was the one with T'Challa. What if T'Challa becomes a Star-Lord? What if zombies? What if the Watcher broke his oath? Like, they were just all good. They were all just really funny. They were all different. Yeah, it was just good. It was just it's something different, and I think we're going to see a bit more of what if involved in actual Marvel movies, like what we might be seeing in Doctor Strange, just from what the trailer, Doctor Strange 2, that is, just from the trailer that we've seen.
Yeah, I agree. I would say it's one of my favorite shows at the moment. The first episode was absolutely brilliant because I loved it. I loved that. And the second one with T'Challa, yeah, that was a great episode. The zombie one was my favorite because I kind of admire how they bring in a bit of humor and a bit of gory into it, but it was still great. It's amazing to see it from a different view, and yeah, I can't wait to see more of it. And yeah, it's a really great show.
It was a very different approach to what we usually get in Marvel, and I feel like they done it really well. Like, all of this year's, I feel like, has been really different to what they usually do, and because of it, it's taken it to a whole new level. And I am very excited for season 2 because the way each episode was different but still linked was really cool, and you could just watch them at any time, at any point, and it would all make sense still. And I just really liked it. It was really good.
Sorry, can I just say one more thing? The annoying thing that I do find is that, like, every end of the episode, you kind of expect, like, you want to know what else happened in this story. And
yeah,
I'm like, what happens to Captain Carter? Like, after she comes back to the future. I mean, what happens to her?
Hang on, I have something for you.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't like that you already know where this is going. Hey, look, we have Gamora.
Oh,
I've dropped Gamora.
We had Gamora.
well,
Hey.
that did foreshadow some things enough for Gamora.
I kind of did, didn't I?
It's actually. Oh gosh. Okay, gross. Thank you.
Next up is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
This was really good. It was a new story, a new set of characters. It was just really good. Started seeing something so different, and the way the story was told, the plot twist, the fact that it's sort of mythical, sort of, I don't know. It was just really different, and I loved Morris. We need to see more of Morris. Maybe a Morris TV show. Like, we're gonna have like a cool Meek TV show, add a Morris TV show. Maybe a pair up or something. I don't know.
Yes.
Amazing fight scenes like the bus one, and the amazing songs that accompanied them. Like, it was just really good.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. This is probably one of the best Marvel films that ever happened. I love the characters in it. Katie is probably the hilarious character. She's really funny. Yeah, I love the actions, the fight scenes, and I love the ending, the final battle. And I kind of like that is linked to myth. And I like how, I don't know, it's just me, but I like how they kind of link to, it's not just a Marvel film, but it's kind of linked to like those kind of films with martial arts in it, and how they style it. It was just perfectly directed. It was just great, and I love it. I definitely recommend it. Even if you're not a Marvel fan, watch it because it's absolutely great. It's like your own James Bond film, but it's like based in China. I mean, it's great. It's really brilliant.
It was. I loved this film. I watched it, I think, twice in cinema. I adored it. It was amazing. All the editing, the designs, the whole movie as a concept. I am very excited to see the second one. And I feel like it became one of my favorite Marvel films very, very quickly. I just loved it a lot. It was hilarious and so well executed. It was amazing.
And I thought it was really good as well. I agree with you all. The CGI, the graphics, the fight scenes, the music. I really like the music as well. I think overall it's really good. It needs that Asian representation, and we got it. So yeah, looking forward to the next one. Next up is Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
This was just really funny. There's no other way to describe it. It was just nice seeing, more of Venom and Eddie together. I that's what I really liked about the first one, just seeing more, like seeing Venom. And this one, you really do get to see more of Venom. And I mean, the mid-credit scene, all that possibilities and stuff, and how it would link to the future and everything. But yeah, it was just really good. It was just really nice. The only issue was that it felt really short, and the plot sort of felt like it was lacking something. Like the story felt like it came to an end very quickly. So hopefully when we get Venom 3 or whatever next project we see Venom and Eddie together in, we'll get to see something a bit more longer, because it felt like Carnage came and he just left. Like it just happened too quick.
I agree. I did thought the storyline was quite thin. Like there wasn't much story development or maybe character development. It would be great if there was like another thing happening at the same time for something, like another disaster or something good is happening and it's going to be destroyed. Just something I do kind of like that the relationship between Venom and Eddie now. It's kind of like a married couple arguing again, and then they got back together, then they're arguing, then they got back together. It's just like that. It's a bit funny at the same time, but I like the fight scenes, and Carnage is creepy in all his ways, not just looks, but like especially the serial killer as well, who's just got a psycho like personality. What I would say for this is just like I said this in the review that would be nice to see a bit more like origin stories, like from Carnage, like learn about how he came to be, or maybe why he wants to kill his father and all that. Just like I want to see a bit more character interaction and all that. But other than that, it's still good. I prefer the first one, but I still think this is good. Like it's still a good film.
It was hilarious. It brought a kind of a very different humor to what Marvel usually has. I liked the development of Venom and just seeing him work with Eddie and then work with the different people that are like in their life. But like Emily said, it felt like it was missing something, but I couldn't quite pinpoint what that something was. But yeah, overall it was a really good movie, and I'm really excited to see what the future entails.
What do you guys think of For Eternals?
I thought it was very different and unique. I mean, I was a bit cut off initially because we saw the Rotten Tomatoes score. Like it just went down and down and down. But I'd say if you still haven't seen it, just avoid that score, because it doesn't bear a light on the movie, because the movie was actually just so good. I loved it. I think it was a fact of seeing something really different, and with seeing something so different, you're obviously going to have people that hate it, and it's not your typical Marvel film as well. And there's so many characters as well, which might have put some people off. I don't know, but I liked the fact there were just so many characters, and we got to see them all develop, and we got to see their powers and everything. And I can't wait to see more of the Eternals in like another project. I don't know if that's going to be Eternals 2 if that happens. Maybe the next Avengers movie or something.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say it matches with what the critics have say about it. I say it's still as better because there was a good storyline in it. It was I don't think we got much character development, but I still think we learned a lot from each character. They equally had enough screen time in this film. And I like the visual effects. They were outstanding. It was really great. And yeah, I mean, like Emily said, it's very unique, it's very different, but I think that's what Marvel's trying to do. They're not kind of trying to do like a simple superhero film. They're gonna try to make it different and make it its own kind of special in its own way. And I think that was a good step in it. And I do think it's still a good film to watch.
I did like it. It wasn't one of my favorites. I feel like it was missing something, but I liked that it was different to what we usually see. Like I feel like if you go in thinking and waiting for a Marvel film like we usually do, like an Avengers film, you're not going to get what you want. So you need to look at it from a different perspective, and when you do, it's a really good film. And just seeing all the different characters and waiting to hopefully see how they develop even more will be really good.
Next one is Hawkeye.
Yeah, this is the only TV show, in my opinion, that started off great and it ended great. The story was really good. I was a bit apprehensive at first. Again, I wasn't a big fan of Hawkeye just because we hadn't seen enough of him, but this show really showed enough of him. And I guess the main thing is that we have Kingpin in the MCU now, which is one of the characters I really liked after watching all of the Marvel Netflix shows. So yeah, hopefully he's not dead. I mean, it links to the comics because there was a moment in one of the comics where Echo does shoot Kingpin, but then he's still alive. So perhaps, I mean, it'd be a shame to kill him off so quickly. So I doubt he's dead. And the fact that this opens up possibilities for more Marvel Netflix characters to appear, I mean, that'd be great. My only issue with this is the post-credits scene. I was expecting something, and there wasn't anything really. I mean, I'm not going to include the little musical number because that wasn't a post-credit scene. But I feel like there should have been something. Maybe perhaps Kingpin, like we see that he's actually not dead. He opens up his eyes or something. I don't know, but there really should have been a post-credit scene, and there should be a sequel as well. I think Hawkeye season 2 as well.
Yeah, I was very excited for this because I know a lot about Marvel comic, and I know about Young Avengers, and I know there's a woman called Kate Bishop, and when I saw her in this show, I just knew this would be a great character because she's funny, she's very enthusiastic, she's a great archer, probably better than Hawkeye if I have to admit, but that's another debate. But yeah, she's great, and I like how I like Hawkeye now. I like he's getting the attention he kind of deserves because we don't see like enough of him as well, and I like the plot twist in it. I love the fight scenes. I love we get to see more trick arrows and what they can be used for because they're not just like regular. They just got special tricks in them, and I like because we all seen like the ending of Black Widow and her sister Yelena. I like the little duet between her and Kate because I just know like that's the new Black Widow and Hawkeye relationship in the future now. But yeah, it's still great. I would say it's still a great TV show.
Yes. It took me a while to come around to watching it, but it was because I wanted to binge watch it mainly. And then I realized that the last episode hadn't come out and I watched it too early. But other than that, it was a really good TV show. They done it around Christmas time and then uploaded it at Christmas time, which was really nice to like watch it during that time as well. Seeing more Yelena, I loved Yelena in Black Widow, so seeing her in this now and then seeing her in future things, which we will because she's like the new Hawkeye Black Widow, like you said, I am very excited for. And I think like it's just started off a lot of new things and characters for the next generation of Marvel. I'm very excited.
All right. Last but not least, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay, I mean, this was amazing. There's too much to talk about, but I'm just going to talk about two things. So the two reasons I watched this, because I'm not normally a Tom Holland Spider-Man fan, which has changed. But the two reasons was the fact that Daredevil was going to come back as Peter's lawyer, and that Toby was gonna be back as Spider-Man, and both of those things happened. So, you know, I'm really happy. We got to see more of the villains, which was great. We got to see a bit more of their backstory. We got to see that they were redeemable as well, which is just brilliant. And yeah, I'm just so happy that Daredevil's back because he's like one of my favorite characters after watching the Marvel Netflix shows. So, you know, I'm just happy that's happened. Yeah, I was excited Toby was back, but I have to say his performance is a bit disappointing. It just wasn't as good as Andrew Garfield's. But, you know, there could be a range of reasons for that. But yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, 2 words, mind blowing. Oh, it's just one of my favorite Marvel films, no, favorite Spider-Man films of all time, because we finally get to see all the villains, like different villains from different universe in one film. It was excellent. Not and best of all three Spider-Mans in one film. We couldn't ask for anything more. And again, Matt Murdock in it. That was a great cameo. Yeah, but I love the fight scenes, and it was excellent. And the ending was bittersweet. It got you, spoilers, but it got you crying, but it's also got you intrigued to know like what's going to happen next. And it's just really a very, it's heart melting, and it can be friendly, but altogether it's just your regular Spider-Man film with a very emotional plot story.
All right, guys, let's do the Q&A session. First question is, what is your favorite Marvel movie of 2021?
I have to say it'd be the Eternals, because it was just really different. It was really unique, and it was just very different.
My favorite would be Spider-Man No Way Home, no doubt about it. I would say Shang-Chi, but I have to stand by with my Spider-Man. I'm sorry, but I would say that would be my favorite.
Shang-Chi, because I adored it. So yeah.
Second question is, what is your favorite Marvel TV show of 2021?
Yeah, the only one that consistently stayed good for me was Hawkeye, so it's got to be Hawkeye. I mean, not saying that the rest weren't good. It was just Hawkeye really just stood out to me.
I'm stuck between Hawkeye or WandaVision, because they're both equally good in its own way. I mean, Hawkeye has a bit more action, but I think Wanda had its own it's like Eternal had its own unique way. And oh god, I've got to say for WandaVision actually.
I agree with Grace. I got to stick with my queen and going with WandaVision, because I did love all the others, but it just hit different. It was just amazing.
Next question is, what has been your main highlight?
Okay, yeah, I mean, my main highlight would be that Daredevil's back. Daredevil and Kingpin. So, I mean, if you haven't seen the Marvel Netflix shows, watch them. If you haven't seen my reaction to them, watch them, because you'll see why I'm so hyped about them. That's what I'm going to say.
My main highlight is having all the three Spider-Mans and having at least 5 villains in the Spider-Man film. That was my highlight for me. That was my hype for the whole year.
Main highlight would probably be whatever the hell you just said, but I haven't been able to watch that, so I can't say that. Probably just all the character development and new character that we've seen as well. I feel like this whole year has just been showing the change in Marvel and developing the characters that didn't get the spotlight before, and showing us new characters that will continue to get the spotlight. So exciting.
All right, next is, who has been your favorite Marvel character this year?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to just think about all of the different stuff. Probably Morris. I really liked Morris and the Mandarin, Ben Kingsley's Mandarin. It's just them two together.
Oh god, I'm stuck on this. Favorite? Oh,
You guys on then. Great words just echoed around my room.
oh god, I would say Spider-Man. That's gonna be too obvious of me, but don't know, Agatha, because
I would
I
think
would say
about
Agatha, but no, I'm gonna say Agatha. As much as I love Tom Holland, don't get me wrong, I will always side with him. But I think Agatha is just new, different. She's funny, but she's also quite a thirst for power. And that's the kind of new character we all kind of love to cheer, love to hate, but hate to love. So yeah, I'll say she's kind of my favorite character of this year.
I think I'm gonna go with Yelena. I I just feel like she's really cool and a really cool new addition to everything. So I would have gone with Wanda, but I feel like that would have been a very obvious choice. So I went with something new.
Right. What would you like to see in the future Marvel projects?
I want to see the Marvel Netflix characters back in business. I want to see them in the MCU. I want to see the Punisher teaming up with Deadpool. I want to see Iron Fist with Shang-Chi. I want to see Jessica Jones and She-Hulk. And I just want to see them all come in, and yeah, that would be the dream.
I agree. That was literally what I was thinking. Other things. I want to see maybe a TV show of Yelena with Kate Bishop as like the new Black Widow and Hawkeye. And one other thing, in the next Spider-Man film, I want everyone to remember him. Please. I don't want him to be alone. Please bring Peter Parker back. That's what I want for the next Spider-Man film.
Makes him sound like as if he died.
He just sacrificed his life. That's basically nearly the same thing.
He's
like
still alive. He's not the
He's
still.
forgotten. He's like a ghost.
Sure.
I think just more of what they're doing already this year. I feel like they've taken a completely new turn on it, and I just want to see that continued and see the characters that they've brought continued in as well.
What Marvel project are you most looking forward to in 2022?
Okay, so I'm gonna go TV show, movie, and well, the first one on my mind, it's not even a movie, it is not even a TV show, but of course, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I mean, how am I not gonna be excited for that? That just seems like it'd be amazing. And then TV show wise, I'm thinking Moon Knight. It just seems so different, and the story already just sounds really intriguing. And in terms of movie, I'm thinking Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I am looking forward for Thor: Love and Thunder, and TV show. It does sound a bit weird. I'm looking forward for I'm just looking forward for Miss Marvel, because I like her in the comics, and now I want to see her on screen now and what she's capable of, because she's a great character.
Definitely Thor. I don't even know any of the TV shows that are coming out next year. I feel like I've completely forgotten everything that's coming out. But Thor was definitely up there with the only thing that I did remember that was coming out.
So the TV shows, there is Moon Knight, there's Miss Marvel, there's She-Hulk, and there is... Am I missing anything?
I Am Groot.
Okay, so it's just those three then.
Those four. Yeah, those are the only four that we know
yeah.
for sure are coming out in 2022.
Yeah.
It's gotta be I Am Groot.
Do you want a sequel to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings and the Eternals?
Yeah. I know tons of people are probably going to say they don't want to see an Eternals 2. I've already read so many people saying that in the comments. But I'd really like to see Eternals 2, because the way it ended, it just made me want to know what's going to happen next. Like how is humanity going to be judged and everything? There's just so much that we still need to know. And then Shang-Chi as well, I feel like I want to know more about the rings and stuff, their origins and stuff. So there's so much more that we need to discover about these characters and their story arcs. So yeah, definitely need to see them in some sort of sequel for sure.
Yeah, yes, all of them, yes. Get them all sequels. I don't care. I just want to see them all.
Yeah. Maybe another year. Yeah, they all need. I feel like Eternals needs redemption, because a lot of people are hating on it, and this second movie could bring it the love it deserves. And Shang-Chi, why wouldn't anyone want that? You know, everyone loved it. Let's give us another one, please.
Yeah.
Got some questions for you, Tess? Time again?
I think not. All right, go ahead.
WandaVision or Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? Which one was better?
Oh,
Tess gives the
Um,
really, really hard questions here.
yeah, exactly. Like you guys had it easy questions, and then I just get thrown like that. I think with WandaVision, it's been I started
It's been a
ages.
whole
It's been a
year, I
very,
think.
very long time ago, and Shang-Chi was literally quite recently. Um, I want to say WandaVision just because of the songs and like the build up, because I was like, I don't really know what's going on, so it makes you want to like watch more and more. So that's why I would choose WandaVision. But Shang-Chi was really good though. It is good, but I think I would choose WandaVision. So yeah.
Favorite character from both of those?
From WandaVision, I am gonna say Agatha as well. I like her personality. She's like really funny. I think she makes like a good villain. Like, because I didn't see that. This was Agatha all along. I was gonna sing it, but
Tess, you should be the one singing the song.
Yeah, there we
no,
go.
it was Emily. We agreed with
Everyone,
Emily.
click the likes. Make sure we get 20 for Tess to sing.
No,
It's been Agatha all
Grace
along.
and Emily to do a duet. Yes.
Ooh,
It's too late.
I
Tess,
like
you
that
already gave us a
idea.
sample. You gave us a sample.
No,
You
I
gave us a sample. Me and Grace actually stayed
No.
quiet.
You did
Yeah,
make
you
that
should have
idea.
learned from my mistake last
No.
time.
Yeah, you should have.
Uh,
Right, moving on.
and from she, I would say, oh, I don't know her name. The friend of
Oh,
Shang-Chi.
Katie.
Yes, I think right. Her
Yeah.
friend, yeah, I like her. Oh, and I also like the sister. What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
Owling, I think. Was that her
Yeah.
real name? Oh, I don't know.
No.
One of those, but I like both characters. So yeah, that's my personal, like my quick opinion for that.
Oh, what out of all of the ones you just talked about, what do you want to watch?
I think Spider-Man.
You and me both.
Yeah, I think because you guys hyped it up so much, I need to see it because everyone loves it. So
Every time I looked up because I thought you were waving at me, it's because you were waving in excitement.
yeah, you
I
just
was
like,
okay,
good.
look
I
back
was
down.
like,
I so want to watch it as well.
yeah, so that's what I would watch first. Yeah.
What's the films or TV shows you're more excited for next year?
I don't even know what the one's coming out next year.
All right, so we
What?
got Thor, Love and Thunder, Doctor
Mhm.
Strange 2, and Wakanda Forever. And the TV shows, for what we know, is Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk.
I am Groot.
And Iron Group.
Grace just doesn't like I am Groot.
I'm
This is just
sensing
on
an Emily
purpose.
hate towards Groot here. This is like the hate that Emily has to all my favorite characters, but this time it's you, Grace.
I just forgot.
Ooh.
I
Sorry.
didn't
I
expect
just have...
you to turn on me. I see how it is. Don't worry. I'm just gonna cry now. I'm joking.
So what is it, Tess?
Films, I would say the Thor one, and TV show. What is She-Hulk?
So basically, it's this I don't know. Is her name Jennifer or?
I think so. It's something beginning with
So
a J.
she's Bruce. She's the Hulk's cousin. She's a lawyer, and she somehow changed into a Hulk herself called the She-Hulk.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would want to watch that. Let's see what that's about.
I had a question and you threw me off.
What's your
Out of all the
least-
ones you've heard, what's the one you wouldn't watch?
That's kind of hard. I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because you guys said it wasn't that good, so I don't think I would watch that.
Poor
Yeah.
Falcon and poor Bucky.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, what about you guys? What were your least favorite and why?
We actually it was a good one. Okay. You. Probably Black Widow, just because
It's gonna get heated.
just
That's just cold.
because it should have come out earlier, and it kind of felt pointless watching it. It's not because of anything else. It just felt like out of everything, it just should have come out after Civil War. So it sort of just made it pointless. But saying that, it was a really good film, and we really did get to see our backstory and everything. But it's just out of all of the other projects, it's just it was just unnecessary for 2021.
Okay, for me, I hope no one will take this the wrong way, but I would say Loki, perhaps. I would say the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I think there were some moments in it that was they were quite serious, but they were also quite like taking it in a good approach, like the actions and it talks about realism. And for Loki, well, it was fun. I just feel like it was rushed. It was a little bit messed up with all the kissing and all that. So yeah, I would say Loki.
I'm very sorry, Emily, but it's going to be Eternals. I think it's only because I held everything up so high and I loved everything else so much, because it didn't have the same kind of feel as everything else did. It's at the bottom. It doesn't mean it wasn't a good film, because I did like it, but compared to everything else, it's at the bottom.
Who do you think is more cuter, Groot or Morris?
Ooh,
My God,
that's a tough one. You did get her. You got me there as well.
Next question, please.
No, you got
all right, Ellie, who do you think is more cute, Groot or
Thank God.
Morris?
Don't bring me into this. Leave my two adorable little characters alone. Let them thrive on their own. We don't need this questioning.
If you guys have an answer, put it down in the comments.
No,
Actually, don't, because I might be pressing hate buttons on you or something, like dislike.
like to block you. Grace, Groot or Morris?
Oh
Is
yeah.
this for me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Morris.
I feel like Grace has this unnecessary hate towards Groot that we don't know about.
Aww.
Yeah.
I feel like Grace is also
I
just trying to
find
cause
them
trouble. She just wants him
cuddly.
to shout at her. I feel like that's what it
I
is.
don't-
It's
I
because
don't-
you guys haven't had a
reaction out to
debate
me.
today. She
She
wants a
wants
debate.
reaction.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't. I just, when Groot is cute, I just find Morris adorable. It's like a little pet you want to snuggle in bed.
I mean, yeah. Well, okay. I mean, I'm just
Okay.
imagining like snuggling Groot and like all of the branches, like.
You can
Anyway.
scratch it over your face.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's our Q&A summed up. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know in the comments below, what was your favorite Marvel movie or TV show? What was your least favorite and why? I hope you guys stay tuned for more. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.